Millions of people wake up every morning, go through the exact same motions as the day before, and go back to sleep without ever actively choosing the direction of their lives. They are operating on autopilot, acting out a script written by someone else. That script usually dictates that your existence is divided into three distinct phases. You spend the first 25 years soaking up information, then you enter the 40-year grind of your career, pushing through the daily routine. All of this is done while holding out hope that you can finally relax and start enjoying yourself during those last 15 or 20 years of retirement. Most productivity advice ignores the actual trajectory of that timeline. We learn how to become highly efficient robots, filling those middle decades with chaotic motion. We get faster at executing tasks, but we rarely zoom out to ask if we are actually working on the right things. To break out of that endless loop, you need a different approach. We're going to build a 4-step life choice action sand together right now. Before we start, you need 4 things. Go grab a physical journal and a pen. Find a quiet spot where you won't be interrupted. And finally, bring a specific, difficult life choice that is currently weighing on you. Watching videos about self-improvement is only preparing to live. Physically writing down the answers to these 4 questions is how you step out of the preparation phase and take control of your time. Let's start with question number 1. What would you do if you were fearless and could not fail? Humans are conditioned to avoid pain. The moment a new, ambitious idea pops into your head, your brain instinctively shoots it down. You immediately list all the practical reasons it won't work. You don't have the gear, you lack the skills, the market is saturated, or you are terrified of being laughed at by your peers. For this first step, you have to bypass that internal filter completely. I want you to write down your absolute ideal scenario, assuming that success is completely guaranteed and failure is literally impossible. Pause the video right now, take your pen, and write your answer. By isolating what you actually want without the threat of failure, you gather crucial data. It reveals whether you are genuinely trapped in your current circumstances or if you are simply staying there because it feels comfortable and safe. Moving on to question number 2. What will you be most proud of 1 year from today? Pay attention to the word proud. We are setting aside superficial ego milestones, like buying a new car or hitting a follower count. We are aiming for character pride, getting into the best physical shape of your life, paying off your high-interest debt, finally making a major career transition. A lot of goal-setting advice relies on forced discipline. It demands that you grind through tasks you hate, motivating yourself with guilt or a fear of falling behind. It is a heavy, draining way to operate. Excitement motivation operates differently. When you define a goal that directly improves your character, you remove the internal friction. You stop forcing yourself to do things you hate, and instead, you pull yourself forward toward a version of yourself that you respect. Reaching that 1-year mark with a stronger relationship, a healthier body, or a balanced checkbook naturally generates that smooth forward momentum. Write down the specific character milestone you are aiming for. What will you be most proud of 1 year from today? Pause the video and write your answer. By aligning your daily actions with a version of yourself you actually respect, you stop wasting energy fighting your own resistance. The work still requires effort, but you are no longer the primary obstacle in your own way. Question number 3. What are the 3 things I need to stop doing? You cannot achieve massive output simply by stacking new tasks on top of an already crowded schedule. Growth relies heavily on what you choose to eliminate. This chart compares 2 ways to hit a daily calorie deficit. You could strap on your shoes and run for 2 solid hours to burn 1,000 calories. That requires massive effort. Or you could skip the late-night meal. Same mathematical result, 0 physical effort. Look at your daily routine. Find the 3 habits that are actively draining your energy or wasting your time, and write down what you will do instead. Pause the video right now and list those 3 things. Eliminating these friction points stops the constant drain on your focus. When you stop wasting energy on habits that pull you backward, the work you put in moves you forward much more effectively. Finally, we arrive at question number 4. What advice would I give someone else in my exact situation? Bring your focus back to the difficult life choice you identified at the very beginning of this exercise. Subjective emotion creates confusion. When you are inside your own problem, every single option feels risky.
You overanalyze the details, and the clear path gets buried under anxiety and hesitation. Now pretend that problem belongs to a close friend. The moment you imagine them standing in your shoes, the emotional weight vanishes. You gain immediate distance, and the logical, obvious steps present themselves. I want you to formulate the exact advice you would give that friend and make that your final directive. Pause the video and write it down. The solution you were searching for was never missing. You knew the answer the entire time. It was just hidden beneath your own subjective feelings. Look down at the physical page in front of you. You now have a fearless vision of what you actually want. You have a character-driven roadmap for the next 12 months. You have identified exactly which draining habits to eliminate from your schedule, and you possess an objective, logical solution to the biggest problem currently in your way. But right now, those words are just ink on a page. Holding that plan in your hands is still just preparing to live. To bridge the gap, you have to execute. When this video ends, close the app. Look at the advice you just wrote for yourself in question 4, and go complete the very first step. Taking physical action is the only mechanism that breaks the loop. It is the exact moment you stop sleepwalking and finally wake up.